And hello there. We just finished watching Game Night, the 2018 film. I'm here with Juan. Ciao.
What's up?
And so we're kind of really late, like at the end of its showing. Really, we were surprised we got a showtime. We were lucky. Me and Juan were lucky. We got almost a private showing of the film. It was just me and him for like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then some people showed up. But we were far in the back enough where we could still laugh and chat, kind of like you would do at home. But time for the film. I think it was reasonably well worth the time. It was fun. There was a lot of twists and turns. All the actors did a really great job. And for a film that's supposed to be a fake game night turned real, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
What do you think?
I liked the twist and plots. It went from being fake to real to fake to real.
To fake again,
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, to fake again.
But no, yeah, like so the idea is that the two main actors or two casts, Max and Anne, I think that was their name.
Yeah.
Max and Anne, they do their weekly game nights with their friends and everything.
Yeah, the weekend.
And they do this every time. And while this is happening, Max and Anne are trying to have a baby, and this is where the introduction of their brother turns in like this high sophisticated big shot that everyone loves. Not really a spoiler because he turns out to be a complete criminal, and that's how they get into this whole big situation. That's kind of your basic plot.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, so we knew kind of what we're getting into. Then they start going into all these shenanigans. Without spoiling too much, Juan, how do you feel about all the actors and how everything was played?
I liked it, and I liked the characters. They try to be serious, and they all had their little side stories. So yeah, you had their own little problems.
Yeah, so you had see here, who are these characters? So you had, let me see, I'm trying to look. You had Kevin and Michelle, who were like the young high school couple.
Yeah. Gone
married, who had relation problems because one of them slept with an actor. Well, we can explain that later.
Look-alike.
And then we had kind of the quote-unquote dumb friend, played by Billy. What's his name?
Max?
I don't know. The guy who was Ryan, who usually brings the Instagram models.
Yeah, the Instagram models.
But he wanted
to actually have a chance to win the game.
So he brings in this quote-unquote British...
The ringer,
played named Sarah, played by Sharon Horgan. And they have their own mixed bag because he turns out to be the stupid one in this.
Yeah, he's the dumb one.
And they get into this whole situation. I think everyone did a really good job in their acting.
Yeah.
And it, like you said, it's a game night where things go from real to fake to real to fake.
Yeah.
And you just don't know what happened. And what's good is it's not like you don't see it coming. And they do a good job on this. They do a really good job. I think that's why this film is really good.
Yeah. You don't see it coming. You're like, it might happen, but you get the feeling it's not gonna happen.
So we're gonna get into spoilers now to kind of talk a little bit more heavy. But for the most part, I think it was a very enjoyable film. We laughed a lot. The comedy was there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it missed here and there, but it worked for the most part.
Yeah, it definitely did.
It's a movie that's we'll probably end up getting just to have him watch again later.
Yeah, definitely. Could definitely be a drinking game or something.
God. So, what would you give this as a rating?
I give it an 8.
You give it an 8?
Yeah, I liked it. It made me laugh a lot, so it was definitely worth it. It was definitely coming worth it.
I would say, yeah. I will also. This is my rating. I will give it also an 8. I had fun twists and turns. Would I watch it over and over? No, but if you watch it every once in a while, it's a fun movie to watch, even with the twists and turns.
Yeah, if it's on TV, I'll leave it on. It's definitely a movie. Definitely more than once, though.
All right, then. Spoiler time. So, where do we spoil? We kind of forgot to mention the creepy neighbor guy a little bit and before.
Yeah, that guy was.
So let's kind of start from a little bit in the beginning. So the brother invites him for game night and the whole criminal thing and everything, and then people start getting real shit starts happening, and somehow a lot of people literally getting hurt, realistically getting hurt. Our main character Max gets shot, and he's baffled. The scenes where his wife and him are kind of together, I think those are some of the best parts, because it's so they have good chemistry in the film. From her trying to be positive for him, and then sometimes being disappointed in him, it worked. She's a really when she what was it? There's a couple times when she's a badass, and she does a good job, waving the gun around, smacking people, watching people die.
Yeah.
She does a good job. And then what else? There's some other parts, but I don't parts I didn't really care too much. Thinking about it now is kind of the Michelle and Kevin's fight. It was part of, their relationship problems. Were just trying to get them a little bit in there, but it was all right. It turns out that her actor she slept with
is not the real Denzel.
No, it's just some lookalike. It was funny.
Those glass tables, though, they never broke.
That was a fun thing. That was a fun joke. I wish they did one more glass table joke. Yeah. They had one, then they had the one at the end. Yeah. One more would have been better. One more. Then the whole thing with Ryan and Sarah, the mixed mask couple.
Oh yeah.
So I like how they played around with that, because when they got to what was it, the murder office?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So so they're trying to cheat and get the answer to the game night, the one that Max's brother did from Brooks, and they're at the office trying to bribe the secretary, I would say.
Yeah.
And he does it so stupidly that it's just funny, and it's sometimes you feel like it might be taking too long, but it works because of how stupid his character is.
Yeah. It works with him because it's believable.
It's believable, yeah. Oh god, that was good. Yeah. And then now getting to the creepy neighbor.
Oh, that guy is pretty. I like the way he played it.
Yeah, he did a good job, because he played the creepy neighbor, and they executed his character just right. Yeah. So we have the character of, I'm trying to see his name, of Gary, played by Jesse. Is it Plemons?
Yeah, I think
Plemons. And he plays the divorcee in the neighborhood who used to go to game night with them, but after his wife left him, he's just kind of just the creepy neighbor who's like, "Are you playing game night tonight?" Yeah. They kind of want him out. And they get into situations. They have to break into his house because he's a cop. I kind of thought he was a security cop.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first too. I thought he was like a mall cop or something.
Yeah, but then when you finally find out he is a police officer and everything, and the whole situation in his house and everything. But the fun thing about this film is that we go through this whole game night, right?
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where they return this egg and everything to go trade for his brother, just to find out that it was Gary who did this fake kidnapping.
Yeah.
So he was able to intercept the murder mystery that Brooks did for his own advantage, and it was like, fuck, what happened here?
Yeah.
that caught me by surprise.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that plot twist.
And then but then things got real again, because then this Bulgarian that was alluded earlier comes in, played by Michael C. Hall. Everyone would know him as Dexter.
Dexter.
We did not know he was in this film. When he came in, I was like, who the fuck is that? I know who that is. And then I just thought, oh, it's Dexter.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him at first.
And then it gets real again because Gary gets shot for real. And and Max just goes and pokes his hole. The bullet wound, like, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
But, and then, you know, once again, they have to rescue his brother again. And there's some lessons in there. Yeah, you know, like family shit and stuff. But, you know, that doesn't matter because it's just a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
No, if you're looking for a good laugh, it's definitely something you should look up.
Yep. It's a good hour and a half movie worth watching.
Yeah. It doesn't drag on. It doesn't have too many of those.
No, it literally goes tune. It hits key marks. It flowed well. I'm gonna say that. If you're just there nitpicking, then you can find a lot of flaws. But if you're just there to enjoy a good laugh and see these wacky characters, it's good.
Yeah, I would like that.
It might be late for us to be talking about it, but you know, well, we completely forgot about it. We were lucky to catch it in theaters at least one time.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy it because we did for sure. So, thanks again for watching. Until next time.